hey, I didn't see you there. Say, why don't you go on the link in the description to go watch the Megamixes that I'm currently going to review, because they're really good, and they'll restore your faith in humanity. Okay, back to the thing. Hey guys, it's Bond, and welcome back to Megamix Review, the show that will single-handedly kill my YouTube channel. Now today is a special episode because we're going to be reviewing a couple Megamixes from probably one of my favorite mashup creators on YouTube, Maniac Pop. He isn't known for that much besides these Megamixes, but believe me, he deserves to be known for them. Maniac Pop has made 5 Megamixes. I'm only going to be reviewing the first and 5th one, because there wasn't really that much to say about 2 through 4, and I'm just going to be repeating myself if I talk about those ones. But 2 suck though, I'll just say that. It's just not good. So without further ado, let's begin taking SoundCloud culture way too seriously. What I do best on this show. Now, the first Meme Time Megamix was a good first impression. It didn't do anything completely horrible, but it also didn't do, amazingly well. It's just a good first Megamix for someone like this to make. One thing I like about this mix is that none of the song choices are really, off. It isn't just oh, that's a weird choice. All of these are good song choices. All of these choices are memes, SoundCloud memes, are good memes, recognizable memes, which is a good and bad thing. What I mean by that is it tries to do the, oh, look at this meme song you recognize, which I previously complained about in Galactic Hole's second Megamix. It's a bad thing to do. You should focus on whether the songs fit together with them being memes, like a secondary thing, but they have to at least fit together and not, oh look, I put 2 recognizable meme songs together, give me views. But Maniac Pop doesn't do it as egregiously as Galactic Hole did, so I'll give you a pass with that one. Just know that it is something that you should and did improve on. So, but a secondary complaint to that is that none of the segments of this mix actually stood out to me as oh, I didn't think these things would fit, but they fit. Oh, I mean, in the 5th one that I'll talk about later, there are so many of those moments oh, that fits. Oh, it actually sounds good. Ooh, what? But with the first one, I think he was just trying to play it safe by just making these things a mashup of Closer and Whales. That seems like something that most people would do when they first start out making mashups. Oh, this is a simple beat, this is a simple beat, put these together, whoops. What I'm trying to say is there wasn't too many segments that really stand out to me as interesting or even amazingly great or anything. Not to say that the mix is bad, it's just that there aren't things that stand out. That's what I'm trying to say. The only segments that I can say stand out a little bit are the Heathen segment and the first intro, because those are interesting choices to fit together, and they sound good. Those are probably the best parts of this mix in my opinion. But yeah, other than that, it's pretty good. All the transitions are really smooth, except for the ending transition with gospel. It just didn't sound right. It has the abrupt end, the ending of a song where just the final beat and then just silence. Except you have the final beat and then there's another outro. It isn't a bad choice, it's just a weird choice. It's just kinda off, really. Just sounds off. But that's all I really have to say with the first Megamix, so transition. Now with the 5th Megamix, you can tell he's improved a lot. There weren't nearly as many negatives, unlike the last one, because it's just so good. It's just really good. I said that Dayman's mix in the last one was one of my favorites, because this one is my favorite. Meme Time Megamix 5 is just really good. It's really just amazing. All of the transitions work really well. All of the songs work together. It's got sort of You've probably heard this a million times, but the Gucci Gang segment, that doesn't work at all. That just isn't good. But that's just the most minor of complaints, because this is always such a good mix that it makes up for it, and you forget that that part even existed because of all the surrounding amazingness. But this mix is not perfect. There are still things that I can complain about. A minor complaint is that there's a lot of reusing of songs, like, in this mix, which isn't completely horrible. It isn't, like, a horrible thing. I mean, let's just say you aren't doing it as, like, not well done as Dayman. You're reusing the songs well. All of the times you've reused the songs, they work, and I can justify all of them. The worst case of reusing is reusing Shelter like 5 times in this mix, and it sort of can't justify it, but I sort of can, because all of them work. All of the times you use Shelter work. They work well. But you're using Shelter in like the same way just 5 times. Like with Dayman using like Daft Punk or something, he took the vocals in one mix and the instrumental in another. You are just using the same segment of Shelter 5 different times in this mix. Again, it sounds good. It's just kind of an annoying thing. But the biggest complaint I think I have with this mix is that there's too much of an emphasis on, like, SoundCloud rappers. Like, I know that there are a lot of SoundCloud rapping memes, because 1, they're on SoundCloud, and 2, the songs aren't really that good. But I feel like you just used too many SoundCloud rappers in this mix. It's just, and I can see some of them being memes. Some of these I can say definitely that they are the memes. But most of them just aren't like memes. They're just SoundCloud rappers. I think if you were to make a 6th Meme Time Megamix, that you would like cut down on the SoundCloud rappers, because there's just too much in this mix. But again, as with everything, it sounds good, but it's just a complaint that I have that I think is a justifiable complaint that you should at least try to improve on. But anyways, that's all I have to say with these 2 mixes. 5 is definitely better than 1. 5 is just amazingly perfect, except there's complaints so it's not perfect. I'm not good at talking. These are both good mixes, and Maniac Pop is good at making mashups, so subscribe to him. He is good. But anyways, that's all I got for this video. I'll see you all in the next video.